Hello everyone. So today we'll be talking about JavaScript yet again. So today we'll be talking about the DOM once again. So DOM stands for Document Object Model, as we've already known about this. So what is a document object model? Let's go ahead and okay, first let's see the ways to incorporate JavaScript in your HTML file. So to incorporate JavaScript into your HTML files, you have two ways like we did in the last video: script and defining the source where the JavaScript is coming from, and then opening an external file with the same name what we've put in the source, and then writing JavaScript there. And there's another way, let's see that. And we'll be deleting the source because the source is right here, and we can write JavaScript here as well in the same way. Just like yesterday, we'll be getting console log hey once again. Let's go ahead and see that. Yes, we did get hey. Let's try that hey there, and as you can see, the log in console. So we are specifying that we need to add that in the console. So console.log hey there. So this is another way to write JavaScript, but it is not recommended for medium to large scale websites. uh, Usually there will be another src to define the source, and then defining the path to where the JavaScript file is. In our case, it is in script.js right here, and we can write JavaScript in the browser, as we can see. So this is now the console log. Where we are getting the console log, we are going to the, let's close this and then open with live server, and then go inspect, and then go to console from here. And this is the console, and we're logging on this console right here. Hello world, first JavaScript code. And as JavaScript is a single threaded language, it will go line by line and do only one thing at a time. And let's go ahead and see the document here and comment everything else for now. So what is the document? So the document is the full HTML file. So we are getting everything we have in our HTML. Sorry about that. And as you can see, we have doc type HTML, HTML lang, and everything here. It's the whole HTML file we are getting by console logging document. And let's go ahead and log document.head. We'll get just the head part, and we can do body as well, and we'll be getting the body part only. Let's go ahead and try to run this JavaScript file outside of browser. Right, we are running this inside of the browser now. As you can see, this is the console for that reason. So when we use JavaScript outside of the browser, the console will be right here in the terminal. You can use it by Ctrl and J in VS Code, and we can run this script file like node. We need node to run JavaScript file outside of the browser. Node, then we define the script.js, the file name we're trying to run, and we should be in the same location as the file as well to run this, because we're in the same file as YouTube demo and YouTube demo, as you can see here. Let's go ahead and run node script.js. Okay, document is not defined. Document is for browser only. As we are running this file only, we don't have any HTML file, and document is the HTML file, as you might remember. And as you can see, node script.js returns hello world, and then first JavaScript code. Let's turn on the mouse cursor highlighter. I keep forgetting this every time. Okay, so node can run the JavaScript outside of browser as well. Usually the JavaScript is executed in browser for most of the time, but we can use Node to write backend code and run JavaScript outside of browser as well. Okay, so let's go back to our browser way and not terminal way. So now if we run this in the browser, we'll get that same stuff but in the browser. And we can access the document as well in browser, because now we have HTML file which we can access by defining the script tag right here and getting the document. And you might wonder, why do we incorporate the script tag at end? Because sometimes when we're trying to access a node that is in the document object model, which is the DOM or HTML file, it is sometimes not loaded. Like, let's say we execute the JavaScript file at the very beginning and we try to target one of the element in here, but it is not yet available to this script file, right? Let's go ahead and try that. Get elements by class name, and then we can define the class name of by. Let's try by, and we must add by everywhere. Okay, let's target by, and as you can see, we are getting everything for some reason. I'm not sure why, but the document is loaded now, but in some cases it will not be loaded. So it is recommended to incorporate the JavaScript file at the end of the body and just before ending the body, or you can use it at top as well, but you need to use the defer keyword, which will load the JavaScript beforehand. It is a bit technical. We will be going for this at later stages, but let's understand the DOM better. So let's go ahead and go to our script.js and log the document. And as you can see, we're getting the full HTML file, and we can do console.dir as well, which just shows the document model in JSON format. And as you can see, we are getting all the methods here. We can use any method from here. So let's go ahead and go for document.head. And as you can see, we have targeted the head now, and we have the inner HTML right here, meta, character set, etc, etc. But let's not go for console.dir. Let's go for console.log and understand the document first. So we can target all the elements we want from here. Let's go ahead and do that. Document.get elements by class name, just like we did previously. And we will be targeting the class names by, and then target the first one, and then run the method of inner text equal to, let's say, hey. Okay, so as you can see, what we did here, let's get it out of the console log and just put it here and put that in a variable. So var is a variable holder, so let's make this element. The variable name is element, and then we are assigning with equal to sign, and let's log the element. So what we're doing here exactly, we are going for, let's go ahead and understand this a bit more. We are going for document. So document is presenting us the whole HTML, and then we are running a function get elements by class name. So we have our classes defined right here. Get elements by class name. So get all the elements of the class name that consists by, and then we are getting all three of these. We can log this as well. let's go ahead and log just that, not everything, just document.getElements by class name by. And as you can see, we're getting HTML collection of 3. We're getting h1 by, we're getting h1 by, and inside of them we are getting that inner text method, and we are setting that inner text method equal to hey. So we are changing that in this way. So before that we're doing another thing, targeting the index 0 of the get elements by class name. So when we do index dot get elements by class name, we are getting an array of these headers h1s. So we are targeting the number 0 here by doing this. We're defining that we want the first one. So as you can see, as I did target the first one and logging the element, we are getting the h1 only, and we can do console.dir here to see other method we can run on it. So to see the element, we can do console.log, and to see what methods we can run on that element, we can go for console.dir. So this will present us all the objects method we can run on that thing. So and then we are going for dot inner text equal to hello world, and then logging element, and we are getting logging element hello world here and hello world here as well. So as you can see, we're targeting the first node, and then let's go for the second one of from the array. And as you can see, the second one is now changed. So we're targeting the HTMLs just like in CSS. We target HTML elements in CSS like this h1, and we target HTML element in JavaScript like this document.getElements by class name, and then define the class name, and if it returns an array, we target the first one, and then we do the perform the method of inner text or inner HTML or whatever we want, and then we can change it this way. So to figure out what methods we can run, let's go ahead and go for console.dir. I think it's directory, I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and Google it. Console dir. The method console.dir displays an interactive list of the properties of the specified JavaScript object. Okay, so what does dir stands for? I'm not sure, but I think it's directory, maybe. Okay, so let's go ahead and do console.dir, just the document, and we will be getting all the methods we can use on it, like first child, or let's see what we can run with. There's a lot of method you can go ahead and explore all by yourself. We can use all of these onto the document. So we can use dot location, and we will get the location of this website, or we can go for URL, and we can get the URL right here, the same URL we got here. Okay, so let's go back to our console log and see the okay, let's go for dir. And we can run all of these methods. All of these are not usually used, but some of them are used almost everywhere. So we will be learning the most important ones, like how to target document dot get elements by class name, right? So we are targeting all of the classes with by, and we get an array back, and we can target the first one. Let's just keep things outside like before and name it element. and then log the element. So we can see what's going on. We are getting three HTML elements here. Get elements by class name. It is pretty self-explanatory. We are getting these elements by class name, and then we're targeting the first one, and then we are running this method of inner text equal to hello, just hello. And as you can see, it has now changed. We can go to the HTML element here as well. And as you can see, it says hello, not by word. JavaScript has changed the original document object model. For React, it changes the virtual DOM. We will be talking about that a bit later on, but someone commented before that, what about React? Are you going to teach us React? Yes, I will be covering React, but not now. Let's just get our fundamentals straight. So the JavaScript here now is changing the document object model or DOM here. As you can see, it says hello, not by word, but although the index.html we have here by word, but JavaScript here is targeting that first element and then changing the inner text to hello. So it might be a bit confusing for you, array index 0, but let's go ahead and see other one which will not be as confusing. Element id, let's name this variable element id, and then document dot get element by id, and we are targeting things by id now. Let's go ahead and add an id here. Id will be hey, let's just say hey, and let's target the hey, and then dot inner text equal to by again, let's say. And as you can see, it says by again now. So we're targeting the same element by class name first and then targeting by id. It will be overwriting this, but let's comment it out to avoid confusion. And now element is consoled. Element is not defined because I have removed it. Let's just console log element id, and as you can see, it says by again because the inner text is now changed to by again. Okay, so now I hope you understand DOM a bit better. So what is DOM? Let's go ahead and log document once again. So document, this is the document, the whole HTML, and then we can go for console.dir or directory, and then log the document. And as you can see, we have all the methods we can use now. We have a lot of methods here. First child, document type, okay, a lot of methods here. But yeah, we can use document.get elements by id, get elements by class, which are targeting the let's say this get elements by id, and we can check what we can use right here. We can use inner text, inner html, and manipulate html. Let's say inner html, we target the inner html now. Dot inner html equal to, let's do h3. They are h1 now, but let's make it h3, and let's say, oh no. Okay, so it says oh no now, as you can see in our html as well. We have created an h3 here. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so I have essentially created another one, h3. Let's just say oh no here and see what happens. Okay, yes, so it stays h1. Okay, so I'm essentially creating another h1 inside of this another h1. It is a bit confusing, but if I just say oh no, it will just change the inner HTML. So I am writing inside of this HTML. Okay, so inner HTML, let's go for span. Span is also one of the HTML elements we've talked about previously. Now inside of that h1 we will have a span, I think have a span. Yes, and as you can see h1, and then inside of that we have a span. Okay, so I hope you guys understood what I am doing here. So document is the whole html thing, and then we can run methods like document.get elements by id, get elements by class name, and target the html elements we want, and then manipulate them like inner text equal to that, inner html equal to that. And we can do things like, let's say, alert. Hey, so alert will pop up a message saying the thing you want, like alert hey, and this is saying hey. You might have seen this in some of the websites. They use alert to pop up a message or add a confirmation like do you want to do this, do you want to do that. Okay, so explore the alert and console log and console.dir all by yourself, and try to understand things as much as you can, but don't worry if you don't understand things, because it is a programming language and it takes a lot of time to understand things. It's okay to not understand now, but try to understand, and try to explore as much as you can. And I also wanted to show you another thing, which is that semicolon after console.log. Let's go ahead, and first I need to disable my prettier extension and reload, because I have set prettier in such a way if I save this it will get automatically formatted, and as you can see it is now not formatted. So console.log hello world, and this semicolon is saying this line is over, go for next line. So next line is started from here as well, so it doesn't throw an error. And as you can see hello world and first JavaScript code, we get both of them. But if I remove the semicolon here, I will get an error, because then the JavaScript file is not understanding what's going on. Why is here both of the files? We will see an error in the console of our browser. Let's go ahead and see the error. Okay, so it's saying what's this console log, and then console log once again without ending the line. You are confusing me, man. Okay, so let's add the semicolon, and now it's all good. It's starting a new line. The better practice is just to start from this line, and we will be using prettier to make sure our code is always formatted. So I have already told you guys about prettier and to use it, enable it, and then we should have our code formatted with prettier like this. Format document with, go for prettier, and as you can see, even if I go for this and then use format document with prettier, and it will format it for you. Okay, so try and explore yourself, document and console.log, console.dir or dir, whatever you want to say, and then try to target these HTML elements by document.get elements by id, get elements by class name, and then targeting the first let's just not go for first like this, and let's go for this in a better way at, oops, my bad, at 0, and it does essentially the same thing. Okay, wait a minute. Document dot get elements by class name is not a function. Why is it not a function? Why are you confusing me, man? Let's console log this here instead of that. Okay, I think I cannot use the dot at here like this. Yeah, I cannot use dot at like this, but why not? Okay, let's go ahead and Google it. Arrow.js at. At method actually should work. I'm not sure why is it not working. Uh, 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 uh. Array dot at. It is working here for some reason, but it is not working in my browser for some reason. Let's go ahead and do console log here. Index dot at 1. Okay, index dot at doesn't work like that, I suppose. Array dot. Oh, sorry, my bad. Oh, it is working actually. We're targeting the second one. Array dot at. Okay, so I think what's happening here is get elements by class name is not providing me an array exactly. It looks like an array, but it is not an array, I suppose. But yeah, let's use the previous one. Okay, if it is not an array, then this shouldn't work as well. Okay, I'm a bit confused now. I'm not sure what's going on. But yeah, keep experimenting with document and all the methods you can use. Understand what is a document. So document is the whole HTML file of your HTML. I mean the JavaScript file. Let's go ahead and go for document, and we'll see in the console that it's the whole HTML, and we can use dot head to get only the header part, and then we go for dot body to get the body part, and we use dot console.dir to explore all the methods available to us to manipulate the DOM. Okay, so we understood the document object model or DOM. For now, we will be talking about different DOM manipulation in our next videos. But for now, we just learned how to target elements in JavaScript in DOM, and then change in a text or do other stuff. We will be doing other stuff in our next video, but for now just understand DOM, and yeah, try and explore it yourself, because not only me but no one can teach you this stuff. I can only show you the way, but you'll have to learn all of these yourself. I cannot teach you, or anyone else cannot teach you. You will have to learn all of these all by yourself. I can only show you the way, just like in Matrix, Morpheus did to Neo. So you are the Neo and I'm the Morpheus, and I will just guide you, and you'll have to see it for yourself. Okay, thank you very much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.